In this WrestleTalk news, heat on an AEW star, Johnny Gargano debuting for AEW, WWE's new hiring strategy and more. Give us a subscribe and enable notifications to always on for daily wrestling videos. And a big thank you to Lords for sponsoring this episode, who I'll have more on after our top stories.
Support WrestleTalk!
Top stories which include one of the hottest topics of wrestling conversation this year. Where's Veer Mahaan? Veer Mahaan was first announced to be coming to Raw on the 26th of October 2021. It is now 59 days later on Christmas Eve and there is still no sign of him. Help us, Santa! Veer Mahaan is all I want for Christmas. Actually, that's not even remotely true, because I want this swole Pikachu more than anything. Proving T-Bar is better than Santa though, the former Retribution member has revealed Veer is already here. Don't worry everyone, I found Veer Mahaan. He may be on his way to WWE Raw, but he's battling me on WWE Main Event right now on Hulu. Veer has actually had 3 matches air on Main Event since Raw started teasing his coming. I know what will get him on TV. Start an inappropriate social media feud. Jonathan Gresham is one of the best technical wrestlers in the world right now. He's so good, Ring of Honor booked him to win their vacant world title at the hopefully not final Battle show 2 weeks ago, where it looks like he'll defend the belt in various promotions during ROH's hiatus until April, like Impact Wrestling announcing one against Chris Sabin at Hard to Kill next month. As anyone whose girlfriend suggests having a break will tell you, but for how long, Megan? I need to know when the end date is. Any kind of hiatus can make you worry about your future. So AEW star Anthony Ogogo, the former boxer turned wrestler who briefly feuded with Cody Rhodes for Double or Nothing, decided to make a joke at Gresham's expense, tweeting after Final Battle, "Super cute that Jonathan Gresham was the last ever Ring of Honor champion. Kinda reminds me when Hornswoggle was the last ever Cruiserweight champ. Congrats, kiddo." Ogogo and Gresham, for reference, the same age. With Gresham not really a user of social media, his Impact Wrestling powerhouse wife Jordynne Grace fired back, as one of her favourite hobbies appears to be shaming trolls online, like this recent Instagram post of her calling out a foot fetish guy. "I apologise for that, Jordynne. I just love feet." Ogogo said he had no idea who she was, while Grace claimed he very much did, saying he was disappointed when he heard she was married and that she banned him on her OnlyFans, although that part could have been a joke. Ogogo continued to mock the couple, making fun of both the ROH World title, Gresham's height, and him wearing braces for his teeth. Wow, those braces might actually be a bit too— Wait, no, it's a Cthulhu mask. I always make that mistake. Unfortunately, this was not just pro wrestlers bantering online. Grace deactivated her Twitter and Gresham posted, "No, it's not an angle. It is not a gimmick. We are not working on this together. It is simply someone going into business for themselves and legit taking shots at myself and my wife online. But please continue to support that kind of behavior as it seems to entertain you." Sean Ross Sapp on Fightful Select has now reported Ogogo's comments weren't looked upon favorably in the AEW locker room. While they do believe he was just trying to set up a storyline, by the time Gresham made it clear it wasn't a work, Ogogo was too far in to take his foot off the gas pedal. Gresham is said to be very well respected in the industry, and many believe he should have been given a heads up if he was going to be involved in someone else's work. Thankfully, the heat apparently isn't substantial, and the belief is that it can be fixed. Before we get on with the rest of the episode, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to this episode's sponsor, Lords Mobile. A game for your PC or mobile that combines real-time war strategy with role-playing and world-building, where you've got to select the right heroes, equipment, and familiars. The game's named for monster companions. I choose you, Brombreaker, to head up the most strategically adept troop formation. That's the bit I found myself enjoying the most, choosing the best position of my infantry units to break through the middle of the enemy's front line, and stacking up the long-range units in the back, to then watch them smash into each other. And lose. God damn it. And there's plenty of opposition, with Lords Mobile having a community of 340 million players worldwide. But you don't have to fight with all of them, why not make some friends? Form a guild to make alliances with other players. Some have even turned into real-life romances on the Lords Mobile Facebook page. A lord and a lady.
And now is a great time to start playing with the game's new Vergeway Tower Defense mode. So please download Lords Mobile using our links below, where you'll get a gift pack worth $350 in the game, which will give you a great head start on increasing your overall might ranking,
where the first prize will win $300. And right now there's also the chance to win in the game's Lucky Spin, where you get one try per castle level up with a total prize pool of $500. Please do at least click on the link in the video description below to check Lords Mobile out, as not only is it loads of fun, it really helps support us here at WrestleTalk too. Lord that Lord. AEW had a monster August and September, with the high-profile debuts of CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, and Adam Cole. Dynamite was consistently above 1 million viewers per episode, and they sometimes even beat certain demographics on Raw. But then Dynamite was bumped to Saturdays for a month, and then TNT decided it should be live in all time zones, significantly affecting viewership as it would start at 5 PM on the West Coast rather than in a primetime slot. As a result, AEW's momentum was hit, and their ratings have slumped since. But Santa came early for Tony Khan, who loves numbers so much this Christmas he's asked for Excel spreadsheets, as Wednesday's episode of Dynamite broke 1 million viewers for the first time since the 6th of October, and almost tied Monday's episode of Raw for the all-important 18 to 49 demographic with a 0.37 to Raw's 0.38. Arguably more impressively, this number is up 32% in overall viewership from the same time last year. Khan celebrated, tweeting, "Thank you everyone who watched AEW Dynamite's Holiday Bash last night. It was our highest viewership since the October time shift and a big win for our whole company and the AEW fans. Here's loads of numbers and bits and bobs, both way up thanks to you." WWE's ratings this week, meanwhile, are the usual near-record lows that happen so often it doesn't really feel like news anymore. Raw pulled in 1.55 million, its fourth lowest audience in history, and NXT 2.0 slightly increased to 591,000. Which is a good sign, right? Wrong! Because like I'm going to tell everyone I've had to get presents for this year, it's about quality, not quantity. And the swole Pikachu I've got on everybody is hand-painted. While NXT's overall number increased, the key 18 to 49 audience fell so significantly it meant the age of the average viewer was 64 years old. Glad to see that hot, edgy product with the boobs is pulling in that youth audience. To put that age in perspective, 64 years old would give you 2.7 Bron Breakers. That one's for you, Tony. It's a numbers joke. Or should that have been 33 1/3 Bron Breakers? There's too many gags there when it comes to Steiners and maths. But AEW doesn't just have the younger, more advertising-friendly viewers. Very soon, they might have a Johnny Gargano too. Gargano's NXT contract expired on the 10th of December, meaning as of right now, he can show up for any wrestling promotion he likes. But given how sweetly NXT sent him off, getting to cut a goodbye promo and then being embraced by Tommaso Ciampa and Shawn Michaels when the show went off air, there's a chance he could just return to the promotion next year. His pregnant wife, Candice LeRae, is still under contract there, and he was reportedly offered a good deal acting as a coach for the new NXT 2.0 direction. But speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer believes he's bound for AEW, specifically the 22nd of January episode of Dynamite, which is in his hometown of Cleveland. While Meltzer said he doesn't know 100%, he has heard Gargano is heavily considering becoming All Elite. In addition to comments he's made publicly on his Twitch channel, like Kenny Omega being his dream opponent, Meltzer points to what he's heard him say privately too. Maybe he can be the latest person trying to win Adam Cole. Wednesday's Dynamite saw the AEW debut of another former NXT star who let their contract expire, Kyle O'Reilly, reforming the original Undisputed Era lineup alongside Adam Cole and Bobby Fish. But this caused a little bit of tension with his super click buddies, the Young Bucks, who have now updated their bio to read, "Ain't no side chick." And the best way to show your ex that you're fine now, you're having fun, everything's definitely okay with me this Christmas, Megan, you post a hot pic with your boys. Or in this case, your boy singular, with the Bucks tweeting a photo of them with Brandon Cutler, on which Cole has commented, "Looking great, fellas, Merry Christmas and hope to talk soon." Now, for those who don't speak for those who don't speak fake, this translates to, I no longer care for you. I've moved on. I will never make an effort to see you. As anyone with half a brain can tell you, Johnny Gargano, Kyle O'Reilly, and Adam Cole, baby, have no charisma whatsoever. WWE is better off without them. In an effort to recruit the charismatic stars of tomorrow, WWE have instead turned their scouting sights to collegiate sports, announcing 15 college athletes signing on to their next in line or NIL program. So it's the nil charisma strategy. WWE appear to be somewhat moneyballing this approach, however, with Dave Meltzer reporting several in the next in line class were signed because of their large social media followings. Basketball players, the Cavinder sisters for instance, have almost 700,000 followers on Instagram between them. It's a smart strategy. Charisma is an elusive attribute that's hard to put down on paper. It's called having it because people can't actually define what it is. By focusing on young athletes who have already proven to connect with audiences on social media, that could be a clearer indication of success than the old school gut feeling. Interestingly, the Moneyball approach in wrestling is more typically associated with Tony Khan, who obsesses over TV viewership figures. His job at the Jacksonville Jaguars is Senior Vice President of Football Technology and Analytics, and he also owns True Media Networks, which specializes in sports stats. But when it comes to signing talent, Khan appears to prefer a more gut-based instinct, bringing in wrestlers based on their ability rather than whether they've moved numbers elsewhere. WWE these last 2 years could be seen to have made the opposite approach to talent, cutting scores of wrestlers for how it affects their bottom line. A very money-based approach. What do you think is the better way to run a wrestling promotion? With your gut or based on the numbers? Let me know in the comments down below because I'll be replying to people from out of nowhere saying, I genuinely don't know, I think probably a mix of the two's best. And that does it for me this year. Don't worry, we'll still have the WrestleTalk news every day apart from Christmas Day, where you can head over to our WrestleTalk podcast channel for our very drunk Christmas special. Apologies in advance, but I won't be hosting again until my review of day one. I'll still be on pre-recorded WrestleTalk podcast episodes, and there's also me versus Adam Blampied in Fantasy Booking Warfare twice in a lifetime next Thursday. So go over and subscribe to Parts Unknown for that, loads of lists, and the best of Quizzlemania 2021. But for now, thank you to anyone who gave our channels a subscribe this year, our videos a thumbs up or a comment, who tuned into a live stream and sent in an ultra chat, who made a donation that helped us raise over £50,000 for charity, who became a pledge hammer on Patreon, who downloaded a podcast, who read an article on our website, who followed us on social media, and who bought a t-shirt or magazine from our shop. You all make this the best job in the world, which has let me assemble the nicest group of people I've ever worked with. And Pete. Happy holidays, everybody. I hope you all get the swole Pikachu you deserve.
To celebrate the dichotomy between excellent and terrible, I'm going to be coming at you with 2 top 10s to see out the list, my top 10 favourite matches of the year, and the top 10 worst matches to grace our pay-per-view screens. Let's get my favourites out of the way so we can save the worst ones for pudding. I'm Adam, hailing from Parts Unknown, and here are my 10 favourite wrestling matches of 2021.